How's it going? Checking in with updates from today's endeavours and progress towards the speaking goals. Nothing clarified or confirmed yet with any of the things that I'm waiting for. But I feel I've done a reasonably good job today of just not feeling like I'm just sitting around waiting for stuff, which I have fallen into that trap before, and I've spoken about that on these updates in the past. Because, of course, whenever I do that, it means that I'm not focusing on what's right in front of me, which means that it's difficult to get engaged. Speaking of engagement, I did a session this morning for another group of senior leaders as a part of the series of sessions that we've been running. And it was the best one I've ever done, I think. And it wasn't because I was suddenly on another level, but because, though I did feel like I did a pretty good job, but they were just a great group to work with. And I think one of the things perhaps that I did do well was to facilitate those conversations, to create the space and to encourage those to ask those questions. I was thinking about this again in relation to the podcast as well, the experience I've got with interviewing people. And it's just because I wouldn't say nosy, but I'm curious. I want to know more, and I listen to what people say, and then I ask questions that just probe a little bit deeper beyond what is initially said. And by doing that, we got some really good stuff out of the team who was on the call today. So I feel like I'm kind of really gaining experience, a lot of experience over the last few months with working with leadership teams, management teams, to kind of facilitate those conversations and to look at how they can create the environment within which it's easier for their teams to thrive, which is essentially what we were doing today. So I think that's probably quite a useful skill to have and a useful set of experiences to have as well going forwards. But yeah, I was buzzing at the end because it just went really well. And a little bit of back and forth with a couple of other projects that are going on. Nothing major else has happened today, but I spent a lot of time kind of getting caught up with some of the content creation that I need to do. Got one more outstanding piece of work that needs to get tidied up, which is some prep for a session next week, but I feel like I'm on top of that. So yeah, closing out the week feeling reasonably positive, like things are moving forwards or just gradually starting to gather that momentum again, as I mentioned in yesterday's update. And I've just got to be mindful and cautious that it's not just depending on how I'm feeling, and I'm actually tracking the things that are happening, keeping that state elevated, making sure that I'm in the right place mentally, physically, energetically, but also ensuring that, I'm sort of locked onto the reality rather than ignoring all the actual things that are happening or aren't happening. Once again, that's something that I've fallen into the trap of before, and which is kind of fine on one level to just feel really positive and motivated and like things are going well. But if that then means that me, stops taking the kinds of actions that do continue to drive things forwards, then it becomes a bit more of a problem. So that's me for the week. That's me for the day. We'll be back again with more updates tomorrow. But for now, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and check back in again tomorrow for another daily update. Bye for now.